Well, on paper it's all, but it's not proving to be that way. Is it? The right hand, left hook got through there very well, and Sabo's landing the bigger of the punches. Maybe just more.
Second half of this light middleweight contest. Steve Roberts returning after a 15-month absence from the ring. He'd won all 29 to date until July 2002, when he was surprisingly defeated by the strong Andrei Pestraev of Russia in Nottingham. Now looking to get it all back together against the Hungarian who's been here many, many times before, Laurent Sabo, and is growing in confidence a little. Not vintage Roberts, Nicky.
No, it's not. And we wouldn't have expected vintage Roberts, but I think we would have expected better than this. He's negative, and his timing looks out, and I'd like to have seen him going out trying to get an impressive victory tonight.
Remember when we saw him against Carino Garcia at the Elephant and Castle in March of last year, Steve Roberts? He was just doing enough to win that. I think he got into a little bit of a negative spell in his career. He was earning good money, and Pestraev just seemed to prove one too many. Had the ambition gone then?
Well, it certainly looked like, and we don't know now why he's back, whether he really wants the game or not, and it could just be a half-hearted effort. We don't know. And at the moment, he's not telling us it's anything but. And he probably, maybe I'll get angry for us for speaking this way, but he's going to show us that he really wants this game. And I think show the other light middleweights in this country at least that he's out there and he's determined to come back and regain his place as a possible number one.
I think he's seen the light middleweight division falter ever so slightly over the last couple of years, and probably believes with his very good record on paper, although we have to put that into context. He was never near world class. There was talks of matching him in England against Oscar de la Hoya, but wonder what would have happened then. I think we know.
Well, that was fanciful, but there were times when he really looked very, very good indeed. His timing was superb. He had a natural timed punch that was knocking many people over, and the time is gone tonight.
We went to see Oscar de la Hoya before he fought Felix Trinidad, and he turned round to us and said, "Who's this Steve Roberts over in Britain, the unbeaten one?" When I told Steve that, he nearly fell over. He couldn't believe it.
That's a great honour.
But he is struggling to get the timing back, no doubt about it. Although he's winning the rounds against Laurent Sabo, if only just.
Well, that's something he's been guilty of in the past, is winning just, doing just enough. And there's the impressive 14 KOs. I think he's shown at some stage in his career he's had more power than that, but he's done just enough.
He's a bit Jekyll and Hyde at times, has been. Reminiscent maybe of a Johnny Nelson, where he can go out and look dazzling and then can almost bore us as he just gets through fights and win on points.
Yes, and tonight I'm sure he'll look back and would argue against us that he just wants to get back into the swing of things, and that he's happy with the win, let's take no risks and just get the win under the belt and the grounds even. But I don't believe fighters that say they want to go and have a full 8 rounds. They always try to stop it.
9 minutes left of this light middleweight contest. The multicoloured boots and blue and white shorts of the travelling Hungarian from Budapest, Laurent Sabo. The white boots and West Ham away colours for the East End favourite Steve Roberts. Loves his curries in Brick Lane. Likeable guy outside of the ring. And we see him back rather surprisingly after his 15-month exile, where he almost said he'd had enough. Should he be back?
Well, I think at 30 he's got a lot to offer. He's only lost it once. He's had a very good career. Yes, he should be back if he really wants it. because he's got a lot to offer. But it's not been impressive so far. And Sabo now really looks to be going for this.
He is getting the rounds under his belt, and maybe, just maybe, that was the plan.
Good body shot from Sabo.
Well, Wallace just saying keep the punches up from Sabo, but did look to momentarily win Steve Roberts. Hasn't been taking punches for a while, all very well hitting the pads and the bag and running Epping Forest outside of the ring. This is where he'll really start to feel it. He's never put a dent in Sabo. He's never forced him away from him.
He's never once hit him yet with a heavy punch, that's why, and not really tried. Whereas Sabo will whip the right hand through in a moment and really put some effort into it. Roberts isn't doing that.
I think if those light middleweight matches had been made a couple of years ago, Steve Roberts would have come out on top against the Alexanders and the Takaloo.
It's a difficult one. He was put down a few times in his career, Steve Roberts. Always managed to get up and carry on, so he was durable, although he went down. Takaloo, of course, a very heavy puncher, and a better boxer than we were ready for. Williams was really just coming to the top at the time Roberts lost, and a very good fighter. Of course, some other big names up there. It was much debated. You would never know until they got in the ring with each other, but they certainly would have been good fights.
Sadly, we never found out. That's a good uppercut from Steve Roberts, possibly the best shot he's thrown tonight. And Sabo just drops his hands. Alex Gower was pleased with that.
That's better from Roberts. Maybe a bit of experience coming through there, because he knew that Sabo was going to come back into that round. And it's been close, He's, he can't just, take it for granted he's going to win at some point. He's only just picking the shots.
A win some, lose some career